To kickstart the video, I'll be presenting two products. One, the main focus being the model G500 LED wireless charging Bluetooth speaker, and the secondary focus being a desktop vacuum cleaner, both of which I bought from Temu, so the e-commerce retailer. And I seen adverts on this, particularly on YouTube, and at the time I wasn't too interested, but as I made this YouTube channel back in August, I've developed an interest in Temu just to kind of look and browse the platform to see what kind of products they do, because since this is a product review channel, I kind of wanted to get some ideas as to the sort of things I can be reviewing, but not just that, and to also see the kind of products that I can actually buy and use in my personal life as well, because I like to actually get things that I'll actually use, and not just for the sake of, say, like a review, or just to, or just to pointlessly buy for the sake of buying. So yeah, on the app there's a lot of heavily discounted products, and I wanted to kind of see what it was all about, because I've seen a lot of reviews, seen a lot of takes, seen a lot of videos on it, kind of talking about the legitimacy of the app, the platform, and whether it's actually usable or not, or whether it's a scam. And so I kind of wanted to investigate and see what it's about. And from the little I've researched, didn't go into too much detail but from the little I researched, I've seen the way at least one of the factors in how they achieve the discounted products is they kind of act as a liaison. So they kind of act as a facilitator between the customer and the seller, and Temu themselves only handle the shipping costs. So if you go into like the product page and then you go into the shipping details, you can see that it says free shipping. So for customers, at least for the time being, they get free shipping, and that's how they keep their operating costs down. And there was also another thing I read about how there's manufacturing and labor costs over in China, since it's handled in China, how they also keep that low, and then that also contributes to the overall low operating costs. Right, so to start on the specs, it claims, so in the instruction manual, it claims it has a high performance lithium battery, but it doesn't actually mention the battery capacity or how long the run times is, the battery times are for the product. So I had to research this, and typing in the model number and the exact name, I found that it has a battery capacity of 800 milliamp hours. So I'm assuming it's the same for this model that I've seen on Temu, so I'm running with that. And same thing for the Bluetooth version. So it doesn't mention this in the instruction manual, which is a bit odd. And so I had to research this, and for the model number and name, it says version 5.3. So I've looked on other online retailers, so like Alibaba and eBay, and they mentioned version 5.3. So I'm assuming that this model 2 from Temu is 5.3. Has FM radio and has a TF card slot, and TF card, from what I understand, is abbreviation for trans flash, and this is also known as a micro SD card. So I believe they're used interchangeably. So a TF card and a micro SD card is the same thing. It has a USB type A, USB type C, and an aux port, and it has a wireless charging power of 10 watts and a speaker output power of 3 watts. It has various RGB lighting options, from static colors to animated color transitions, and this is the main reason I bought it, because I like the look of it, I like the design of it. It has a G shape, so I initially thought it was a Google product, but then realized that it was a off-brand product. So I bought it to be like a mood light in my room, because it gives a nice atmosphere, and then also as a backlight for my videos. So you might have seen it in some of my shorts. The lights can also be dimmed, so by long pressing what's called the M button on the product, you can dim the lights of a couple stages. And as I mentioned already, it has a TF card and USB drive functions, and what this does is you can insert the storage devices in the back of the product, and the audio files, reads any audio files that it has on it, and it can play it through the product. Hey, seeing that you've made it this far into the video, I assume you've liked what you've watched so far. So please remember to like and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more of my content. And yeah, let's get back to the video. And there are only two color options available, at least from the seller that I purchased from on Temu. So, and that's in white and black. Though that being said, there are other sellers on Temu that, since this is a mass-produced item, they might sell a similar product, but it might be a little different in terms of the mid section. So the overall design will look the same G shaped design, but the midsection and maybe the button layout might be a little different. But the different sellers might have different color options. So they might have blue, they might have silver, they might have green. So just something to keep in mind if you want to maybe get a similar product but have more color options. And of course the price. So I got this at £11.99 including VAT, and this is just the discounted price. So the discount range when I bought it was around the 50% range, and I know on the app there's promotions and coupons that they offer pretty much quite consistently, because once you sign into the app, and pretty much as soon as you either make an account or you sign in with a existing account, so maybe like a Google account or a Facebook account, you kind of get bombarded with a lot of different promotional offers, which kind of makes the app look a little dodgy or a little, you know, on the scammy side. But you know, these are actually legit from having played around with it and having seen it and used it. So the price can be further reduced if you apply these coupons. So which leads into the first pro that I want to talk about, which is the low cost and of £11.99 including VAT. So this can be reduced further if you apply coupons where applicable. It has several lighting options, so 10 in total. So on the camera, it will look a little different than how it looks in person. So just to list them out, so the first option is lime green, second is cool white, third is lilac, fourth is blue, 5 is green, 6 is a lilac and yellow rotation, 7 is a blue, yellow and lilac rotation, number 8 is a red and yellow anti-clockwise rotation, 9 is various color transitions in an anti-clockwise rotation, and number 10 is the same as number 9, but it's in reverse. However, there's also a nice feature of when you play audio from a connected device, the LED turns into an audio level indicator. So this is whenever you play things like music or a podcast or audiobook or any kind of other audio entertainment. So it just measures the volume on those. It has wireless charging, as I mentioned before, though admittedly it's not as fast as just using a USB Type-C charging cable, but it's still a nice alternative to have regardless. The Bluetooth speaker sound quality is fairly decent for the price, and as I mentioned, you can play music, podcasts, audiobooks from it, and I use this on occasion, but the speaker is more of a secondary function for me, because like I said, the main reason I got this for was the lighting options, just to use as a mood light / backlight for my room and for my videos. So when compared to dedicated Bluetooth speakers, I mean, it doesn't really compete, but yeah, it's not the main focus for me. So yeah, it's normally just for the light. It's first and foremost just for the lights. And to highlight some of the cons now, one of the first things I noticed looking at the instruction manual is that there's no instructions for the FM radio function. Now, this is not really a function that I'm going to be using at all really, but still that should be detailed in the instruction manual for any that do want to use the FM radio function. And also there's no guidance on other features that they list on the back of the box. So there's something called a sunrise simulation wake up light and the natural sleep aid sound machine that there's no details on in the instruction manual. So that's something that the manufacturers should keep in mind or should look to update really for the instruction manual so people know how to use these features. The voice prompt, so another con, it sounds pretty cheap, but what did I expect, right? For the price, it sounds like something that sounds like a toy that you'd have bought in maybe like the early 2000s. And yeah, so when you start up, it sounds like do do do, and it's like Bluetooth mode, and it just sounds pretty cheap, but yeah. And lastly, the phone quality is not clear, and I had trouble hearing on my side, and I did a little test with my sister and she had trouble hearing on her side. So the demo, I can play this back for you guys, so you can have a listen.
Hello?
Say that again, Deborah.
Hello?
All right, how well can you hear me? Can you hear me well?
Say that again?
Can you hear me well through this?
I can see you as if you were like in water.
Oh,
I
so
can hear myself as if I'm Optimus Prime talking back.
oh boy. So yeah, even on this side, it's not picking you up very well. It's like your voice comes in and out. It's like at points it sounds low in volume and then it sounds high.
I sound like I sound like serious.
No, not as clear as Siri, no. Yeah, overall, I thought it was a great looking product. I think I like the design. I like the LED light. That's the main reason I got it. So the other features are nice, as you know, nice supplementary features, but the main focus for me at least was just the RGB lights, just to have it as a mood light, set a nice atmosphere in my room, and also to have it as backlights for my video, and yeah. And then the wireless charging is handy, and the speaker is okay to use at times to listen to things like audiobooks and podcasts and music whenever I may be studying or working. So they're all handy features. Right, to touch on the secondary focus of the video now, the desktop vacuum cleaner. This wasn't going to be enough info to dedicate a whole video or to make it the main focus of this video, but it's fairly straightforward. It takes AA batteries, so just to have a look at it here. So it takes AA batteries. So if you look at the front, there's a little push button. So if I just lift that up, oh, not the real one. If I just push it in and then lift it up, and then it basically houses the battery compartment. And so this is where the AA batteries go. So this is the box cover, and then that's where the battery compartment is. And then if I then lift up what they call the rear cover, this is where all the dirt and crumbs and stuff is collected when you're turning on the vacuum cleaner. And then just above, so in the upper part of the rear cover, this is the filter. And so the filter, this can be popped off. So just grab it anywhere, pop it off. And then this it can get quite dusty. I don't know if you saw that, but a lot of dust I just blew out a lot of dust. And so you can take like a brush and then just clean that on occasion for maintenance. And right, then put that back in. And then also to turn it on, you'll see there's a little switch. So you just flick that switch to the left, and then that turns it on. Don't know if you can hear that. So the suction power is fairly strong, and so it's not super strong, but it's strong enough to obviously collect the small kind of dust and dirt that you would expect to maybe find accumulated on your laptop and the desktop area. So it does its job in cleaning that. And lastly, it comes in numerous color options. So it comes in white, it comes in black, it comes in lime green, it comes in blue, it comes in red, yellow, and orange. So there's plenty of color options for whatever you fancy. And yeah, to quickly summarize on this one, it serves its purpose and is perfect and is just strong enough to clean up things like dirt and small dirt particles, small crumbs that can accumulate on a laptop and desktop surface. And that's it for the video. Thank you for watching to this point. Remember to like this video and subscribe if you like my content, and leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions for what I may review next. And again, thank you, and see you all in the next video. Until next time.